think it's pretty wonderful that in 22 years, my son left a legacy of life, and that's how we see it. He's a regular blood donor, regular platelet donor, and privileged to be a bone marrow donor. Since losing Jake, IMBC is a place that we spent time together. On his 18th birthday, he wanted to donate platelets and wanted to do that with his mom. I mean, how many 18-year-olds have that for a birthday wish? And so now when I donate, it's a pathway to hope and healing for me. And in the same token, I feel like I'm able to bring that to someone else as well. It makes me feel close to him, and the staff is just wonderful and so caring, and it's just been a very, very healing experience.
It's probably important because it was important to my brother. I can't really explain it.
Jake started donating blood at age 16 and brought the permission slip home for me to sign. And being a donor, of course, I was just, over the moon proud of him for making that decision for himself. And from that point on, he did it like clockwork. And then when he figured out how important it was to donate platelets, he started doing that too and went as regularly as he could. And when he turned 18, he registered for the bone marrow registry and then had the privilege of being a donor just a couple years later. So Crystal was my son's bone marrow recipient, and what we learned is how vitally important platelets are within that process. And she was in the hospital for 9 months. She went through multiple rounds of chemotherapy, and platelets are used for chemotherapy patients all the time. The bone marrow definitely saved her life. She went from a 10% chance of survival. Within 48 hours, they had a successful transfusion. Her numbers were looking good. It was doing everything that it was supposed to do.
Blood does save lives, more than most people can imagine.
I think it's so important to be a regular donor, whether it's blood or platelets. Both are needed. And if you can do platelets, please do. We've had family members that have gone through cancer treatment for 5 years, and platelets were needed every step of the way.
Giving blood is an inherently selfless act. But what makes it interesting is the fact that you never know where it's going to go. Your blood and platelets, and marrow for that matter. You have no idea whether it could make a difference to a person that day and literally save their life.
We're all given different abilities, and some of us are doers, some of us are givers, and some of us are encouragers. And there's 1/3 of the population that is eligible to donate blood, so go and do it. If you can, then do it. But you can also be a giver. You can give of your time and your resources to organizations like this that are making a difference in the community. And you can also be an encourager. My husband is not eligible to donate, but he's been with us every step of the way, encouraging us. And so I would just encourage everyone within this community to give in the ways that you can. Be a doer, a giver, an encourager, but do something.